It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Saints and the Silver and Black on Sunday night.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With you from Vegas, I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is Charles Davis. A CD changing times with this Raiders organization. Gone after 9 years is Derek Carr, the franchise's all-time passing leader. And in steps Jimmy Garoppolo.
And what we know about Jimmy Garoppolo, what we've seen on display, is what I call breezy confidence. He's able to distribute the ball to a good runner and guys out wide, and teams adopt his attitude, and they play and perform at a high level for him.
And then for the visiting Saints, most people might not realize this. You talk about defenses against the pass last year. The Eagles Super Bowl team, they were number 1, but coming in at number 2, these New Orleans Saints.
Remember, they're led by a defensive-minded head coach, and he plans really well on that side of the ball. Want to see if they can continue that and find some firepower moving the ball on offense.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center. After 9 seasons as a Raider, Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. To throw, it's Carr. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Slot man moves right. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same...
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that one going to come up short, low throw. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and out. Stay on the field for a little while. Let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Carr. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Can't really fault the coverage. The ball was tipped and popped up in the air, but they were unable to complete the tip drill for the interception.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
A little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it's still, those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play. And now it's 2nd down. On play action. Now Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Saints going to send out Blake Gillikin to punt on 4th down here. DeAndre Carter back deep. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Good footwork at the 30. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Garoppolo. Throw here's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Throwing his Garoppolo down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. The Saints again ready to go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr now to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play blown up on a really nice effort by Jerry Tillery.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off, and there could be some room to roam.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 35. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Again, it's Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Lutz is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Slant to Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's this throw brought in here by Mayer. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Throwing now is Carr. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr going to throw. There's Chris Olave. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Zach Bond, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Carr. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mat mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw his car. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Carr now on third and goal. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on third and goal.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised.
Likely going to play
just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Play action, Garoppolo. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he'll take this down to the 26. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. This is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Carr will try it again on second down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. On the return, Carter. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That is taken in by the tight end there. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He will push his way down to about the 14. Demario Davis there on the stop.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. 62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a play fake. Carr. He completes it to Olave. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Carr will look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They run with Bolden. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Shotgun now for Carr. And Thomas has it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late.
Touchdown Raiders! Devontae Adams, 29 yards. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he returns this to the 22. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the one touchdown score to this point. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to work. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That one complete down the field to Smith. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Kamara up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Lutz is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Certainly appears that Cam Jordan is still going strong as he puts the quarterback on the deck. 8.5 sacks last year, nearly top 20 all-time in the NFL, and he certainly marveled at his durability. The one game he missed last season is the only one of his 12-year career missed due to injury.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Garoppolo. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Davante Adams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so, and that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
It's a gain of 34.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Olave over the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have the Saints first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have a ringer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
Let's roll.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.